Hi everyone, let's welcome you all to yet another session of Expert Roundup. And today we have our amazing guest with us, Leo Sgovio, who runs an Amazon chatbot marketing company, and he's a co-founder and owner of CanvoMet, which is an amazing tool. Hi Leo, how are you?
Hey, Atif, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you here.
Yeah, good to
Canada,
see everyone here
yeah.
commenting. That's awesome. It's great to see everyone connected here.
Yeah. So seems like Canada is having a good weather, right? A pleasant weather.
It's getting better. It's getting definitely better. We had some sunny days previous last week, and it seems that starting this Sunday, we'll probably get an average of like 10 degrees Celsius. So hopefully spring is coming because we do need to get out after this winter has been bad. If you consider the pandemic, we've been on a lockdown since October, so we definitely need some good weather and enjoy
Yeah.
the outdoor space.
Yeah. Like I love Canada. I love Canada for a reason that weather is amazing. And I really like this cold weather vibes. So for me, I like Canada is one of the best places to be in. So Leo, tell our audience about what you do and like sharing your Amazon journey, how you started on Amazon, and what you people do when it's come to Amazon space. Because I know you have some secrets while we talk about messenger marketing. You are co-founder and owner of Convomat as well, right?
Yeah, Tiff, I'd be happy to speak about this. I mean, look, I've been in this space for 12, 13 years now. I sold my first product on eBay in 2004. But back then I was too young. I didn't really understand the opportunity, right? The e-commerce opportunity and how big this space was going to become. And so I kind of left that alone. And until 2007, when I started doing SEO, just Google SEO. Then I got into PPC, Google AdWords back then, Bing as well. And then slowly I kind of moved into web analytics. So I kind of, embraced that, full e-commerce experience until 2015 when I started selling my own products on Amazon. And my I'm a very curious person. I always like to understand how things work. Since I was a kid, I wanted to open the radios to understand what was inside, like the logic boards. So when now in the e-commerce space, I always try to break things, right? Like inspect the source code, trying to see how Amazon works, the back end and the algorithm. And so when I started selling, my goal was always to automate as much as possible. I wanted to automate my launches. I wanted to automate my reportings. And so eventually, a few years later in 2019, I decided to build my own tools, which is what I use today for marketing automation, right? So with chatbots, checking orders all the way to issuing rebates. But my goal is to pretty much complete the puzzle with a full marketing automation experience, because as you know, for Amazon sellers, it's important to create your own audience, first of all, your own list, because these customers are not really your customers, they are Amazon's customers. And so we have to be really creative when it comes to bringing these people off platform or re-engage with them after purchase, so that you can actually create your own business and not making Amazon, I guess, we're already making Amazon bigger, but you want to create your own business, right?
And so you started your Amazon journey in early 2015, and you're famous for breaking the codes. So you are the guy who dig into Amazon algos and try to find out and figure it out and digging into it to find to get most benefit out of it, right, Leo?
Yeah.
And
I like to pretty much understand the kind of business that I'm doing and that I'm running, right? I'm the kind of person that if I don't feel comfortable with something, I'm not going to throw people at a problem. I see a lot of people that, or a lot of people like us, that what they do when they don't know something, they just go and hire people. They hire people, they build these something, but at the end, they don't really solve the problem. They don't really know what needs to be done, right? So I prefer to learn as much as I can about the business, how everything works, how I need to rank, how the review systems work, and then I can put people in place to pretty much outsource and delegate, right?
Since the time you started, right, you already figured out that automation is one thing that you need in this business, because if there is no automation, then it's like if once you want to scale things up and you are managing things alone, then it will be really hard to scale businesses. At the time, you really need to work on automation, and the only purpose of selling on Amazon is for one good reason, which is Amazon FBA. Because what, like, your most complex thing get outsourced to Amazon, and Amazon start working on it. They ship your orders, they pick, pack, they do everything for you, even though they handle your refund and return, which is a calm factor due to which people scale. So, what's the importance of automation? Automation is like, if I ask you to gauge on a scale, then what should be the number that you would allot to automation? How much automation is important in this business if you want to scale things up?
Look, I think it really depends on the type of business that you want to build. If you're happy with, a decent small business, maybe automation for you, it's not that important, right? But when you're looking at scaling, and so your goal is to get into the 6, 7, 8 figure, 9 figure, you have to have automation in place. So at that point, at that level, it becomes a lot more important, right? You cannot do everything here with on your own with a small team. It is important, especially when you're doing, for example, one of the biggest or the top strategies, right, for us to rank on Amazon, get reviews, is like giveaways, right? Imagine that strategy alone, like for giveaways, it requires a lot of work, right? Because you have to tell the people, hey, here's the product, buy the product, then you have to verify their order, then you have to wait for the product to ship, and then eventually you give them a rebate. It's a lot of work, right? So unless you have a good team of 4 or 5 people handling all these messages, it's going to be very difficult for you and challenging to take care of that part while launching more products, while trying to get to scale your business. And so at that point, you either automate, which I think is the easiest thing to do when you're a smaller business. You start automating things, you put a few softwares in place, and then they take care of that while you try to make more money, optimize the current listing, optimize the current business. And then when you're ready to scale, you perhaps have a bigger team that can help you along the way, right? But look, I work right now with small people that have 1-2 products and 9-figure businesses. Probably one of the biggest common math user, for every product launch, they spend at least $150,000 in
my God, that's huge.
So, to answer your question, like, automation works for both small brands as well as like those 9-figure businesses. And actually at that level, you need even more automation because, you have now 20, 30, 40 different products, right? And you cannot handle customer service for each one of these products, like refunds, or even like, for example, automating the shipments. A lot of us do even FBM, right? And so automating those orders as they come in, it's crucial. So you don't have to have necessarily someone just doing that, right? You can have perhaps one person that jumps between different roles, and that allows you to I guess, scale faster and focus on that 80-20 route, right? So you see what makes more money, and then you go into that deeper, I guess.
Yeah. So, Leo, can you share what? Sorry. So, Leo, can you share what Canvo Med does? So how Canvo Med works, and like once there are solution already available in like on Amazon for eternity, right? There are tools like seller.tools which helps in ranking. It do have the ManyChat system, which and if you attach your credit card or your PayPal account, user get refund automatically. And then there is another service from Paul Harvey, seller chatbot, which is specific to Amazon. Then the addition of Canvomat, how it helps, right? So what Canvomat is, how people can subscribe to Canvomat, what Canvomat does, which other tools don't do actually. So what are the distinctive feature of Canvomat, and like how helpful can Canvomat would be for someone launching their product on Amazon?
Yeah, so Atif, let me elaborate on the difference. Canvomat's vision and goal is to focus exclusively on marketing. So although there are other softwares in the space right now, when I started working Canvomat, nobody was kind of doing what what Canvomat was supposed to do. And then, nowadays it's an industry where things move fast and software providers adapt fast as well. So you see, obviously, other companies launching similar things. However, the goal of Canvomat was to take care of anything and everything that is related to marketing for Amazon businesses. So currently, we made it super easy for people that want to launch products, for example, to sign up for Canvomat, and in like 6 steps, literally 5 minutes, they can create a new campaign, clone the flows, and start sending traffic. Now, the difference between Canvomat and other tools out there is that we also have all these APIs that allow you to automatically check the order. We issue PayPal, Venmo rebates, and as well as all the gift cards, right? So we also do that. But the way that the back end works is completely different. You create campaigns, everything ties back to a campaign. It's easier for you to track all the rebates. And frankly speaking, once you start using Canvomat, you can forget about Google Sheets. You can forget about Zapier. You really have everything there. And we also allow you to build a list, which right now you can't really do on other platforms. So once you have this list, you now have more control over your users. You can create a custom audience, within Canvomat based on that, the list that you have. So if, for example, you've launched, a silicone spatula, right? And you have a bunch of people that came through your flows. Now you have them all in your list inside Canvomat. You can decide to relaunch another product with these people very easily without having to create another flow or create another audience. One of the things that, based on my background, before starting doing Amazon, Atif, I spent a lot of time doing traffic arbitrage. I don't know if you're familiar with that kind of.
Yeah, I am familiar with retail arbitrage.
We were buying, traffic from pop ads kind of traffic, sending it to park domains. We were doing all that, and in the between there was a filtering system that allowed us to clean the traffic, to remove all the bots. And so what I'm doing now today with Canvomat, I'm applying the same kind of technology and knowledge in the Amazon space, because we well know that a lot of people that come to get your product through ManyChat or to any of these rebate funnels is it my phone ringing or?
Yeah, is it your phone ringing? It's your phone ringing.
Okay, sorry.
You can answer it. No worries.
No, I'm just trying to cancel the call. I don't even know where it's coming from. But so what I did, I actually created this huge blacklist, which some people, are kind of offering. But let me tell you, we have.
I know whom you are talking about. I know.
We have 1.3 million people active in the blacklist. I don't think anybody has a blacklist this big. We have blocked Amazon sellers, we have blocked known reviewers, we have blocked IP addresses, we have blocked specific IDs of reviewers as well. 1.3 million is a lot of people. And,
Yeah, it's a huge number. 1.3 million is a huge number.
Since we've implemented this blacklist in Combomat, we see the actual take rate and the conversion rate in the flows being by far better than previously, right? The previous kind of flows. And the good thing is that when you start blocking all these people, you have less issues with your Amazon account, right? Because the problem with your Amazon account that gets suspended or gets flagged is because the buyer is a bad buyer, right? So if the buyer is a known reviewer to Amazon, eventually you're going to get flagged as a seller. So now by removing all these people before they can even purchase your product, we are not seeing anymore as many flagged accounts, or your account is being flagged from review manipulation. So that is what Combomat is kind of like bringing to the space today, together with all the other API sophistication. For example, we have an API that allows you from any chat to ask for a review through the Amazon review request system, right?
That's cool actually. So for this kind of thing, is users normally use different Chrome extension or different tool companies, like different tools to send a review request. But with Canvomat, they get this feature, which is amazing. Like you are getting people on Canvomat for you're launching a product, and then simply you, with a single tab, you can reach out to them for a review request. This is amazing, and through Amazon, this is good.
Amazon, yeah. So now the flows are 100% compliant. TOS, Amazon TOS compliance, because now we are no longer asking the customer, "Hey, can you please go leave a review?" We actually say now, "Hey, you should have just received an email from Amazon asking for a review. Do you mind sharing your experience with us?" Right? So that puts us in a much better place, and and it's fully automated, right? So that's what I love doing.
Yeah. So like as of now, this is pretty cool, right? In Canvomat, you don't need Google Sheets, or you don't need to have an access to Zapier, or like you don't need any other tool to submit a review request. So basically, while creating a Canvomat, like what was your perspective? Like what was in your head before creating a Canvomat? Actually, it's like making this Amazon launching a ranking process much easier and simplified, right?
Not only that, although launches is probably the one of the most time consuming part of the business and the most important, my goal, coming from a marketing background, was to have control over every single piece. For example, email marketing, SMS marketing, chatbot marketing, creating custom audiences, all this stuff there, I wanted to automate it all. So that when you have people now coming into your system, right, and let's assume they're complimented this system, then you can, schedule automatically email campaigns, SMS campaigns, or coupon distribution, right? So for example, let's say you started selling a product, and this came through your rebate funnels. So you have this information, right? You have this audience now inside Combomat. So eventually these people start buying your product. And now, 3-4 weeks later, you decide to reach out back to them and say, "Hey, by the way, I just noticed that your serum is about to finish, normally lasts 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Would you like to get one more?" If they say yes, okay, here is a coupon code, right? So all the marketing follow-up that people don't think of today, that's what I want to automate, right? So that you can see the business coming in, and you don't have to worry about having a team building ads. It's pretty much fully integrated. So that
This
will
is
be
cool.
Yeah.
This is cool. Honestly, this is really cool. Like you have this actually. So I know like there are a couple of tools, and you also know there are a couple of tools already on market. But the key fundamental that they are missing is having this marketing experience put in such tools, right? And this follow up is amazing. Actually, this really helps from a single tab, from a single software. You can do everything. You have things already in front of you, and with a single tap, then you can send them a follow up. You can send them review requests. So this is CanvoMed is pretty much cool. Would you like? I hope like you don't mind sharing a CanvoMed interface, because most of the people here, they're not getting the actual name. So what's the right spelling? Right, CONVOMAT. Right, ConvoMed.
Yeah, Combo Mat, yes. So Combo Mat is basically, I came up with a name because I wanted to automate conversations. So Combo stands for conversation, Mat is automation, right? So it's combomat.com. And right now, if you go to the website, you can see pretty much what it does, but it still sends you to like a wait list opt-in. But I believe that by the end of this week or in beginning of next week, we will open the door to everyone.
Yeah. So one more thing to add here, right? So does CanvoMed works with ManyChat?
Yeah, so we've been approved actually by ManyChat as a
That's
native
good.
app. So it will be in the App Store probably next week. We're just submitting them, the listing form, but we've already been approved. So you will see ComboMat as a native action inside, your ManyChat external actions, right? So it's natively built in. All the flows are ready, and I spent a lot of time building these flows, right? They are pretty much ready to be cloned and modified, but I love creating things in a different way, right?
Yeah, I know. We already been in a mastermind together, and like you were giving a like I think you it's been few months, right? We are part of that Howard mastermind, and right now like it's been few months. You are still developing and working on it and making interface better and adding more and more features. At the time you come up with a CanvoMed, and it's just one thing. And right now you have add couple of different things in it. So CanvoMed is going to be it's a huge game changer in launching and ranking this market, right? Specific to Amazon fraternity.
We're trying to also automate different signals. For example, if your ranking drops below 5, we automatically, activate the ads, right? So that you can start sending traffic again. So we call that, for example, the maintenance campaign that you can create. If you're done with your daily giveaway, you can automatically pause or enable the ads so that you don't spend any more money if you don't have to on Facebook ads. You don't send people to your flows if you don't have any more products, right? Otherwise, then you have to put these people on the wait list and then tell them, okay, come back tomorrow. And then if you know how it is, right? If tomorrow is after the 24 hours, then you're sending a message. It's a lot of things that we're trying to keep simple, but at the same time sophisticated. That's really the right way to think of this. And without the right technology and the right APIs that we need, it's hard to automate everything, right? But yeah, that's really what we want to do. We want to try to reduce the friction in your flows, in your pretty much marketing campaigns, while providing a great experience, to your customers.
Okay, so Leo, as you know, like during post-pandemic or during pandemic, actually, Facebook ads start behaving like honestly crap, right? Like dealing with Facebook ads right now is one of the most hardest thing. When you're launching your product, your Facebook ad spend go too high. Because everyone is using the same techniques and same tactics. So and eventually Facebook is not showing mercy to all the people who are running ads. So launches have become expensive due to Facebook ads. It's one of the reason, right? So how do you see how Facebook ads and how someone can run effective and efficiently their Facebook ads while they are launching a product on Amazon?
Yeah, so I think there are a couple of things that I will say. The way that I suggest creating ads is very different than what probably most people or coaches today in this space are telling users to do. The first thing that I remember on the Helium 10 Elite Mastermind, I shared a presentation about this, but what I like to do, first of all, I like to exclude everyone that is part of that audience, kind of that likes to get free products, that likes to shop, that likes to get rebates, that likes Amazon. So while most people target that kind of audience because they think they're going to get better results, in fact, is actually the opposite when it comes to looking at the end results you're getting. So, it's like looking at a store and, seeing this beautiful window, and then you go inside and really doesn't look, like that at all. That's really what you're seeing when you create these kind of Facebook ads. You're getting a lot of clicks. It's like, oh, my ad is working, get a lot of people. But truthfully speaking, these people are not good for you. Right? They are not the right people that you want to buy your products, whether because they are non-reviewers and so eventually the review is not going to stick on Amazon, or because Amazon, they're not going to, the purchase is not going to affect the ranking because their buyer profile is already known as perhaps gaming the system, like Amazon has a lot of data points, right? So what I do, I like to exclude all these people. I don't want that people in my flows. With ComboMad now, I created an actual Facebook audience. So of the 1.3 million people that I told you earlier, I was able to match on Facebook about 500,000, 500,000. So now I apply that list as an exclusion list. And then I create a lookalike on top of that. So it's like 2.5 million people that I exclude from my targeting.
Oh,
Then, yeah, that's the key, right? So then what I do, I actually target people that like they're basically they have a high affinity with my product. So if it's my product, if it's a skincare product, I'm going to target women 30, 40 plus that like beauty, or even better, I like to look at the Facebook audience insights. And for example, that tool is powerful because what you can do there, if you put in, for example, L'Oreal, right, as a skincare brand, it tells you what else people like. Like people that like L'Oreal also like, for example,
Nivea, probably Nivea, or Dove, or
related to skincare. People like, I don't know, maybe Ford cars, or they like different kind of liquor, maybe or Heineken beer, whatever. Like, so, and you want to target that persona, right? Forget about the niche. You want to target the same person. So if you know me, right? I'm an Amazon seller, but I also DJ, right? So if I'm probably listening this kind of music, or I'm on this kind of websites because I'm trying to buy some music from them, then you want to find me there and not when I'm, on the Amazon kind of platforms. Why? Because your cost per clicks are going to be much lower. Because everyone, if I'm targeting skincare as a category, or beauty, everyone is targeting beauty, right? Yeah. And the cost per clicks are much higher, $1.50, $2, right? But if you're targeting a niche that nobody's targeting with a product that speaks to the same person, but is not kind of like related to the niche, then your cost per clicks are going to go down. You're going to get a better conversion. And I do the same thing on Amazon as well. Amazon, PPC. Because people selling, I don't know, a soccer ball will target that niche, right? Or target other sellers selling soccer balls, or will target, people that like to practice sports. But if the person that plays soccer might also like, I don't know, healthy food. For example, they like to eat vegan food, or whatever the niche that you identify, then you can actually advertise the soccer ball to someone that is buying some sort of protein, right? Yeah. It's complete. unrelated, but you know that person is the same, right? He plays soccer, but he also likes to go to the gym. So he's buying the protein and you're advertising the soccer ball. So guess what? If he's interested in that sport, he's going to probably convert, and your cost per click is going to be lower. So that's what I do on Facebook as well.
So that's a complete different strategy that most of the people haven't think of, right? That's completely opposite of what normal people, like what usually people do.
Yeah. And then in the flows, once they make it to the flow, I do a couple of things. I ask a few questions to qualify them, making sure that they are good for me. And then with Combo Mat now, I'm able to fire a Facebook pixel as soon as they send me the order ID. So that is a really, it's been a game changer for the Combo Mat users, because as soon as they send me the order ID and I verify that the order is valid, I fire the Facebook pixel. So now Facebook knows that this person is a good buyer, like it's a conversion. So it sends you more people like them. And that's how you improve your campaign performance, and the cost per click starts going down as well.
So that's amazing, actually. That's an amazing insight to run a great Facebook ads. So, Leo, you were saying something, please.
Yeah, I have a slide. I don't know if I can probably share this quickly, but
So you can. So there is an option to share a screen.
Let me see if I can find it quickly, and then I'll share it.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me a quick second.
Yeah.
Oh, here is the slide. So let me share the screen quickly. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so this slide here is basically a representation of my campaign performance prior and post Facebook pixel implementation. So you can see that before implementing the pixel, I was getting an average, let's say, of $1.50 to $2 cost per click. As soon as I implemented the pixel, the cost per click went up drastically, because Facebook started to learn. I was like, oh, what's going on here, right? Now I have a pixel that I need to learn from. And then you can see right after, the cost per click went way below the previous average, all the way down to 76 cents.
Yeah.
Because now Facebook knew a lot more about my campaign and what kind of customer they needed to send me. So I think this is crucial when it comes to running effectively these Facebook ads.
Okay, so Leo, one more thing. What do you think? In recent days, we have found that Facebook ads and ManyChat is something that we usually use. But now we have seen a different launch strategies, right? So now we are working in a model where we run Facebook ads, ManyChat, plus influencer marketing. And most of this Amazon seller and Amazon for identity, they are speaking about influencer marketing, and they start saying ManyChat is no more, it's not a game anymore. The future is influencer marketing whenever you want to launch a product, or it's a PPC. So how do you see, is this ManyChat is over? The ManyChat is about to finish, and only thing that left is influencer marketing plus Amazon marketing itself, which is Amazon advertising, PPC. So how do you see it?
So look, Atif, different people here have kind of different opinions. I think the end goal is to find the right people that want to buy your product, right?
Exactly.
So when something is not working properly, what we do in our industry, we try to pivot and find an alternative solution, right?
Yeah.
Personally, ManyChat is still working very well. I have some of the biggest customers that I already told you on Combo Mat. They're still using ManyChat to launch their products. And although we did have issues with ManyChat or Facebook blocking pages, with the right changes, we've been able to overcome that issue, and we're still using ManyChat. So doing influencer marketing, it's definitely a great idea. I'm not saying that I don't have anything against it. I think it's awesome if you can do influencer marketing, because it drives a lot of good traffic to your business. If you find the right influencers, you can actually establish a good relationship, and it's great for branding. There's a lot of good stuff, in influencer marketing.
Yeah.
I don't think you will ever have as much control with influencer marketing as you do when you when you run a mini chat or Facebook campaign, a chatbot, right?
Yeah.
Because you can kind of like talk to the person, you can decide how much traffic you want to send. You have a lot of like levers when it comes to filtering, that's how many units you want to give away, all that, right? So launching just with influencer marketing, I think is going to be a little bit harder when it comes to controlling the number of units. So, but it's great as a boost, right? As a booster strategy. So at the beginning, you work with influencers, you send a bunch of traffic to Amazon in a certain way. Maybe you're using a super URL or whatever the case is. You will definitely notice a boost in ranking, because you're getting a lot of sales. Eventually, the goal is to give that algorithm the food that needs to have in order to understand, hey, this product is good. But ultimately, I think we do need to have kind of a system in place that allows us to have more control. So I like that, like the chatbot solution, because it's kind of controllable, and we can go in, step in anytime and change things around. What we're doing now, we're actually building landing pages. So
landing pages.
Yeah, so let me tell you something here. The landing pages have been around for a long time. I remember plugins for WordPress. They used to allow you to build landing pages, and now it's coming back. People are repurposing landing pages as a way to send, again, traffic to your Amazon listings. But something that I said yesterday on a podcast is this: when you start using tools that everybody else is using, that's when you get into trouble, right? Because eventually, you're leaving a footprint. You're not differentiating. You're not being unique. So the way, for example, we do it, we kind of build custom websites. Yeah. So there's nobody else like you. Everything is different. And so my recommendation going forward for this year, next year, I would say, is to build systems that are yours. So you can still use APIs to automate things, integrate, but eventually it's to have your own solution, so that you have control over it and you send your own traffic to it. If you want to change something, you can change it. And ultimately, you want to diversify as much as possible. So like stack strategies. So you're doing a little bit of mini chat, search, find, and buy campaigns. Then you're adding on top, influencer marketing. You're doing a little bit of Google Ads, your PPC, and then all together, it's what's going to make your product succeed on
Yes. So the mixture of different core strategies, just to because I also agree with you on this, specifically that there shouldn't be one single strategy. There should be a combination of multiple strategy, because sometimes one works in your case and sometimes probably two does not work, but one single strategy works. So it would be better if there should be a multiple set of strategies implemented, because our end goal is to be profitable, get product ranked ASAP, like as soon as possible. So end goal is pretty much same for every Amazon seller. So, as Leo, you are launching a Canva Mat. Do you have any special offer for the members of our community, specific to Canva Mat? Those who want to start their who wants to launch a product through Canva Mat, or those who are interested in being a customer of Canva Mat, especially as there are so many new things that you are introducing, which can help people in multiple different ways. So, would you think of any discount or anything for a community?
Yeah, I can definitely share with you a coupon. I haven't created one yet because we have been just onboarding people like kind of privately right now. But
Yeah,
I can definitely give you a coupon, and then you can share it with your group. And
for
yeah,
sure, for sure.
so, yeah.
So, Leo, you have shared a great knowledge about Facebook ads and how you are bringing change to Amazon space when it's come to an automation, because this one Canva a whole lot of different things actually. Whenever someone looks for a great product, then Canva is something that can help people in launching and ranking their products on Amazon with ton of different automation in respect to marketing as well. While you because you are a digital marketer yourself, so you have put all this effort in building this Canva Met. Apart from this, Leo, I do have this. I would say that's something which I introduced quite earlier. Would you like sharing your one secret strategy to the community members? Your one secret strategy that you usually don't share with anyone.
Are you?
Any
It's.
secret strategy regarding Amazon?
I think an important thing is to kind of like, especially during a launch, right? You want to minimize the failure factor, right? So one thing a tip that I like to suggest is to, prior to launching a product, kind of like clone the listing, right? So you can clone a listing and have 3-4 of them, where one is your main ASIN, right? The one that you're going to launch, and the other 3 are just the clones. And then what I like to do is to promote the clones first. So I like to get reviews on the clones. And then only when I'm ready with the reviews, so for example, I have 20 reviews on each clone. Now it's like 60 reviews, right? Then I combine them and I launch the main ASIN. The reason why I like to do it that way is for 2 reasons. One is that there is always someone that when you're launching a product is going to give you 1-star review, 2-star reviews, and is going to screw your launch, right? Because your average now is no longer 5 stars, it's going to be 4.4, 4.5. So when you do it that way, if you get a 1-star review on one of these 3 clones, you can just remove that ASIN or the SKU, sorry, you just delete it, and who cares, right? You just lost 3-4 reviews. But if you have only one ASIN and then all reviews are going there, you kind of like feel upset about it because now you have a bad ASIN to launch with. Now the second great thing about this kind of strategy is that when you launch your main ASIN, you have full 90 days of honeymoon period, right? If you launch today, regularly, and the regular customer will launch with the same asyncs, like getting reviews, maybe the reviews come in after 2-3 weeks. And then, once the reviews come in, you start doing giveaways. You already wasted like 3 weeks, right? Because you're waiting for the reviews to come in. But if you do it the other way around, where you already have reviews, you're already launching with reviews, now you can, from day one, you can go full speed with your giveaways. So you get the full 90 days. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that do make sense, and that's something which is amazing and crazy actually. That's crazy. The strategy itself is crazy. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I see your smile. So means that you like that.
I really like this. I would definitely going to try this on my listing as well. Oh,
Yeah,
for sure. This is crazy, actually. So,
awesome.
thank you, Leo, for being here, and thank you for sharing such a knowledge bombs like regarding Canvomed and regarding Facebook and this cool tips and tricks that you have shared. This is by far one of the best. throughout the session, and this will really help people. So I hope you have like successful launch for a conglomerate as well, and I hope more and more people get benefit out of what you have created. You put a whole lot of effort, days and night. You work for this tool for days and night for finishing this massive project. I hope best of luck for you, definitely for conglomerate as well. Keep in touch and let's have another session soon because people loved it. People are start saying Leo is a proper genius, and you do.
I appreciate it, guys. When it comes to these kind of conversations, I love it. So whenever you want me on, I'll be happy to have a live again with you on Facebook. And and look, so far, Atif, one thing that I like your audience to know is that I never sold anything. I just been doing my own thing on Amazon. And then recently I decided to launch, Combo Mat because it's a technology is also a passion that I have. Marketing is also another one. And I decided to, kind of like monetize that expertise and that passion. It's also another way for me, reach as many people as possible. Because when I was selling on Amazon, the only one benefiting from the knowledge is myself, right? I'm just making money for myself. But when I launch software that helps people, I feel like I'm capable to change more people's lives, and that's ultimately my goal. So that's really what I want to achieve in the next couple of years, and hopefully people will appreciate the effort and the work that went into the software.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Leo, once again for being here, and thank you for sharing all the knowledge. Thank you. I hope you're doing I hope you have an amazing day ahead, and thank you. So we have some amazing comments for you. You have a next level genius mind. Thanks a lot for sharing nuggets of wisdom. Johnson loved it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Everyone listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Bye, Atif. We'll talk soon.
Bye, Leo. Talk soon. Sure. Thank you. Bye.